We'll take a look at some of the live view cameras around the area. We've seen the clouds starting to move into some parts of the area, but not everywhere. If you look off towards the north in O'Neill, we've got nice clear blue skies up there, but it's all cloudy here around the Tri-Cities area. So we'll take a look at that with looking at the water vapor loop. Now there's a lot going on across the United States right now. So we've got northwest flow across the northern Rockies. We've got Hurricane Zeta just made landfall. We'll talk about that in just a moment. And then we've got this mess right here in the central part of the U.S. We've got the snow system that we had just a couple of days ago went south into Oklahoma and caused a really bad ice storm down there. Now they're starting to get dry air pulled in from the desert southwest there, but all of this right here, this is where we are. We've got the system from our south coming north and that northwest flow coming from the northwest. And we've got this dry air right ahead of it. So O'Neill, we were seeing that dry air in that yellow color, but we've got the blues of the clouds here in the Tri-Cities area. But Hurricane Zeta just made landfall in Louisiana. This is like the 8th or 9th storm that they have had made landfall in the state of Louisiana this year so far. Now, this is a record-setting year by many measures. Other measures, not quite as much, but 110 mile an hour Category 2 storm making landfall about 50 to 70 miles southwest of New Orleans. So this is actually the third Category 2 or stronger storm to make landfall in Louisiana this year. So it has been a very active, very devastating year for hurricanes so far. Fortunately, we're not going to be affected by it, and we're also not really going to see much of the moisture. We see this rain coming from the south. Maybe some of southeastern Nebraska will see just a little bit of impacts from that. But you see this dashed line here. That's sort of the boundary between these two air masses at the surface. That's going to sort of be stationary. It might turn into a stationary front. That cold front to our north is going to sink down and cool us off for tomorrow. We saw that on the 4-day forecast just a minute ago. Looking at the 7-day forecast, like I said, 49 degrees tomorrow, so fairly nice day tomorrow, but overall a little bit cooler. Then the next couple days are going to be better after that. We'll have the clouds start to clear out, a little bit more mild, sunny weather coming up, and actually our lows getting back out of the 30s for a little bit. So that'll be nice. Breezy day on Saturday, though, and that'll be really the only activity we've got looking forward. Looking at our temperatures right now, 61 degrees still in Grand Island and in New York. So like I was saying earlier, we got a little bit warmer. We had less snow here, so that allowed us to melt that snow quickly, get us just a little bit warmer than the Hastings area. So we've been around 15 to 25 degrees warmer than yesterday. We'll back off a little bit tomorrow, but still a significant change since yesterday. Still looking at the satellite radar here on the closer view. Not a whole lot's going on, but my eyes are going to be turned down towards here. So let's turn towards the futurecast now. We see just a little bit of maybe over-modeled moisture, a little bit more than what's actually there on radar. But we're going to see that start to lift towards the northeast as we head overnight, and then it'll start to back off towards the south and move on out of the area. But we might see just a few showers across southeastern Nebraska and northwest Kansas. Plus, we see a couple dots of pink here and there tomorrow morning. Might see a little bit of freezing drizzle. It's not going to really add up to much. Snow passing towards our northeast, not going to really affect us on Friday. We are going to be seeing the clouds begin to clear out as we head towards the weekend, especially for the western part of Nebraska. Before it gets to our eastern Nebraska, it'll start to clear out of the area. But looking at our lows tonight, going to be a chilly morning tomorrow, no doubt, but not quite as bad as the past couple of mornings have been in the teens. So around the 30-degree mark here for the Tri-Cities area, a little bit below that off towards the Sandhills and northeastern Nebraska. Through the day, winds aren't going to be terrible, only around 10 miles an hour or so. But again, we're seeing those temperatures a little bit cooler, especially in eastern Nebraska, as that cold front comes down from the north, is going to more impact places in Minnesota, Iowa, and eastern Nebraska, but out towards the west, not quite as bad, into the lower 50s. Stick around, we've got more news coming up right after the break.